Picture this. You are staring at your bank statement, and there is actually money left over after paying your bills. Now you are faced with a choice that could literally determine whether you retire comfortably or struggle financially in your 70s. Should you throw that extra cash at your debts, or should you invest it and let compound interest work while you sleep? This single choice could mean the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. And most people make this decision based on gut feeling rather than actual math. The core principle: when you pay off debt, you are earning a guaranteed return equal to the interest rate on that debt. If you have a credit card charging 22% interest and you pay it off, that is like earning a risk-free 22% return. Try finding that kind of guaranteed return in the stock market. The stock market has historically averaged around 10% annually over long periods. So here's the key question. Does it make sense to pay off a debt at 5% interest when you could potentially earn 10% investing? The math seems obvious. Invest the difference and profit. But risk changes everything. When you pay down debt, the return is guaranteed. No market crash can take away the interest you are no longer paying. Investing, on the other hand, comes with a very real possibility of watching your money drop significantly during downturns. Real numbers. Imagine a mortgage of $350,000 at 4% interest over 30 years. Monthly payment is around $1,670. You have an extra $1,000 each month to either attack the mortgage or invest. If you attack the mortgage with the extra $1,000 per month, you become mortgage-free in about 14 and a half years instead of 30. You also save roughly $140,000 in interest. Once debt-free, you now have $2,670 per month to invest for the remaining 15 and a half years. At 10% average returns, you end up with roughly $1.2 million, approximately $1.1 million in total wealth after 30 years. Now the opposite approach: make minimum mortgage payments and invest that extra $1,000 from day one. After 30 years of investing, your account grows to approximately $2.2 million. Yes, you pay about $250,000 in mortgage interest, but even after that cost, you are left with roughly $1.9 million in total wealth. That is a difference of approximately $800,000 between the two strategies. Not all debt is equal. Credit card debt at 18 to 29% changes the entire conversation. No investment strategy can consistently and safely beat those rates. High-interest debt must be eliminated first, always. Attack the highest interest rate debt first, regardless of balance size, as this saves the most money mathematically. Student loans occupy a middle ground, often sitting between 3 and 6%. Some may be worth keeping while investing, depending on your specific rate and tax situation. Car loans at 4 to 8% present a unique case. Cars are depreciating assets losing value every day, so extra payments accelerate ownership of something becoming less valuable while investments appreciate. Your timeline matters. At 25 years old, with decades until retirement, you can afford more risk. Market crashes sting, but you have time to recover. At 55, those same crashes hit differently. The guaranteed return of paying off debt suddenly looks far more attractive than market volatility. Inflation also quietly works in your favor with fixed-rate debt. That mortgage payment of $1,670 feels significant today. In 20 years, it will feel like pocket change because inflation makes everything more expensive, except your fixed payment. You are paying back today's expensive dollars with tomorrow's cheaper ones. The emergency fund. First, before deciding between debt payoff and investing, you need 3 to 6 months of expenses and savings, doing nothing except waiting. Without this buffer, any unexpected expense forces you to either pull investments at the worst moment or add more debt to the pile you are trying to eliminate. Tax considerations. If your employer offers retirement account matching, contributing enough to capture the full match is free money that should never be left on the table. Long-term investment gains are often taxed at lower rates than regular income, which slightly adjusts the real math of debt versus investment returns. The honest bottom line: high interest debt above 8%, eliminated aggressively before investing beyond employer matching. Low interest debt below 5%, consider carrying it while your investments work in the background. Moderate interest debt between 5 and 8%. Split your extra money between both strategies and adjust based on your personal risk tolerance and sleep quality. The biggest financial mistake is spending so much time planning the perfect strategy that you never execute any strategy at all. Pick a direction based on your interest rates and risk tolerance, automate it, and stop second-guessing every month. Consistency beats perfection every single time.